Alright, let's start with a simple but really important question. What's the difference between term insurance and a life insurance? Because honestly, a lot of people still get confused between the two and it's totally normal. So here's the thing. Life insurance is this massive umbrella. Under this, you have different kinds of plans like endowment plans, money back plans, ULIPs, whole life policies, and of course, term insurance. Most traditional life insurance plans combine insurance and investment, and they'll promise you returns, bonus additions, maturity amounts. It all sounds nice, but the reality is that these plans are usually expensive, complicated, and honestly not the best if you purely want protection for your family. Now, term insurance is refreshingly simple. You pay a small premium and in return, the insurer promises a big payout to your family if something happens to you during the policy term. No returns, no gimmicks, just pure life cover. This is also why term insurance is super affordable compared to traditional life insurance products. And at Ditto, we focus only on term insurance and we don't sell whole life insurance policies or investment-based insurance products. We believe insurance should be for protection, not for saving or investing. And if you're even remotely thinking about getting a proper term insurance plan, one that actually protects your family and fits your needs without all the unnecessary jazz, definitely book a free call with our advisors. We'll help you understand everything without any spam, and the best part, our services are completely free. The link's in the description. Now that we're clear on that, let's dive into today's topic. We're going to talk about some of the biggest and most trusted life insurance companies in India, specifically the ones that are doing a fantastic job when it comes to term insurance. Quick point though, this is not a ranking. I'm not here to tell you which company is number 1 or number 5. Each insurer has its own strengths and quirks. Your ideal insurer will depend on your personal needs. Alright, so let's start with the first giant, LIC, the Life Insurance Corporation of India. LIC's numbers are absolutely massive. An average CSR of 98.55% over the last 3 years, an amount settlement ratio of 95.5%, and a total annual business of around 2.17 lakh crore rupees. Insane scale, let me tell you that. They also have a pretty solid 30-day claim settlement rate at 95.9%, which is decent, but not the fast. Their solvency ratio is 1:9, basically meaning they have enough financial buffers to settle claims without stress. Now, LIC was founded way back in 1956, and it's basically the OG of the Indian insurance world. Even today, they dominate the market, especially in smaller towns and rural areas. They're government-backed, and about 96.5% of the company is still held by the government of India, even after their historic IPO in 2022. When it comes to term plans, LIC offers the new tech term and the digital term plan. But here's the thing, while LIC is super trustworthy, their term plans are not the cheapest. You'll find premiums slightly on the higher side, and they're not exactly packed with features like waiver of premium riders or critical illness add-ons that private insurers offer more aggressively. But if brand trust and rock-solid stability are your number one priority, LIC is a good option. Next up, let's talk about SBI Life Insurance. Again, massive scale here. They have an average CSR of 97.64% and an ASR of 95.2%. SBI Life is actually a joint venture between State Bank of India and BNP Paribas Cardiff, and thanks to SBI's massive banking network, they've got distribution locked down tight. You will find SBI Life products being sold across thousands of branches, even in the remotest parts of India. Their premiums are usually quite reasonable and their solvency ratio stands at 2.1, which is healthy. The only slight hiccup, they don't offer super flashy term plan variants. You get basic coverage, solid service, but slightly fewer customization options compared to some other players. Their key term plans are SBI Life eShield and Smart Shield, and if you're wondering whether you should pick based purely on premiums or company size, quick reminder folks, at Ditto we actually help you compare all these subtle differences for free. We're not pushing products, we genuinely want you to get it right. Again, the link's in the description if you want to chat or call. Now, coming to HDFC Life Insurance, a favorite among salaried professionals and for a good reason. Their CSR is brilliant, 99.2%, and they settle most claims within 30 days and 98.9% of the time. Almost flawless because they have a very strong solvency ratio too and barely any complaints registered. HDFC Life has built its reputation on superior service, quality and minimal documentation hassles. They're a tech-savvy company too, right from online onboarding to paperless servicing. HDFC Life has been through some big changes recently. They acquired XI Life and now they're closely tied up with HDFC Bank after the HDFC Limited and HDFC Bank merger. Their flagship term plans are Click to Protect Super, Elite Plus and Ultimate. Premiums are slightly on the higher side compared to a few other private players, but The features, riders, and flexibility, these are all top-notch. Let's move to ICICI Prudential Life Insurance. Solid, well-respected brand. Their claim settlement ratio is 97.52%, very good, but a little more complaint volume compared to HDFC or SBI Life. And they manage a gigantic 3.1 trillion rupees in assets. That's serious money muscle right there. Their standout term plans are iProtect Smart and iProtect Super. You'll find features like critical illness rider, waiver of premium options, and even accidental death benefits. Premiums are fairly competitive, though some users have mentioned that their service responsiveness could improve slightly. And remember, don't get lost in percentages alone. At Ditto, when we help you pick your insurer, we look beyond just claim ratios. We also see how many claims get settled quickly and how fast they respond to queries, and even tiny things like complaint volumes. Alright, moving on. Bajaj Allianz Life Insurance. Bajaj Allianz Life has been around since 2001, and for the longest time it was a joint venture between Bajaj Finserv from India and Allianz SE from Germany, one of the biggest insurance groups globally. In 2025, Allianz SE decided to exit India completely, and Bajaj Finserv bought out their 26% stake for a whopping 24,180 crore rupees. So now, Bajaj Allianz Life is a 100% Indian-owned company under Bajaj Finserv. Metrics-wise, it's solid across the board. Claim settlement ratio sits at a high 99.11%. ASR is 93.5%, slightly lower than some others, but still healthy. Their solvency ratio is a whopping 5.1, the highest among all major insurers. Now, what this means for you is simple. Even in a worst-case economic crash scenario, Bajaj Allianz would be among the last to feel liquidity pressure. That's a good sign for long-term security. Their term plans, the eTouch 2 and iSecure 2, are pretty feature-rich. You get options for critical illness cover, accidental death benefit, waiver of premium on disability, and so on. The premiums are on the affordable side, especially after you add the multiple online and salaried discounts they offer. You even get a 6% online discount and an additional 5% salary discount. Makes it really attractive if you qualify. In short, Bajaj Allianz Life brings you affordability, a super strong solvency backing, and good features, though you might want to double check their customer service reputation in your city, because service consistency can vary a little depending on where you are. Moving forward, let's get deeper into Axis Max Life. Max Life is interesting because while it's a standalone life insurance company owned by Max Financial Services, Axis Bank has a big 19% stake in it. This has massively boosted their bank assurance reach, meaning they sell a lot of policies through Axis Bank's branches. Now, if you want pure numbers, Max's Life boasts a stellar CSR of 99.5%, the highest in the industry among big players. Their amount settlement ratio is at 96.2% and a mind-blowing 30-day claim settlement rate at 99.69%. Their solvency ratio is a healthy 1.9, perfectly acceptable by IRDAI standards. Max Life's term insurance products, mainly the Smart Secure Plus plan and Smart Term Plan Plus, offer great flexibility. You can offer increasing sum assured, income payouts instead of lump sum death benefits, and you have good riders like critical illness and waiver of premium options. Premiums are also fair, not super cheap, but definitely value for money if you want that extra assurance of extremely smooth claims processing. Their strengths are clearly in their claims handling and bank assurance-led servicing, but if you prefer a company that's more digitally aggressive or direct-to-customer friendly, there could be slighter, flashier options elsewhere. Alright, next is Tata AIA Life. And honestly, this is one company that's really pushing the envelope lately. Founded in 2001, Tata AIA is a joint venture between Tata Sons, the iconic Indian conglomerate, and AIA Group, Asia's largest life insurance group. Their claim settlement ratio is a strong 98.91% with an ASR of 95.1%, and they settle most claims within 30 days at a rate of 98.27%. Their solvency ratio is 1.9, again, absolutely healthy. Their main term plans are Sampurna Raksha Promise, or SRP, and Maharaksha Supreme Select, MRSS. These plans give you all the essential bells and whistles: return of premium options, income replacement instead of lump sum, critical illness riders, and more. Premiums are middle-ranged. Not the cheapest, but justified considering the Tata brand reliability and service strength. One small thing to note though is that Tata AI's product structures can sometimes feel a little complicated. Lots of riders, add-ons, options, multiple payment options, and unless you're carefully advised, it might feel slightly overwhelming. Post-sales support also has mixed reviews depending on city and branch experience, so something to keep in mind. Now, let's move on to Kotak Mahindra Life Insurance. Kotak Life is a 100% subsidiary of Kotak Mahindra Bank, one of India's most respected private banks. It started operations in 2001 and has built a very stable name for itself, although it's slightly more low-key compared to HDFC Life or ICICI Prudential. Metrics-wise, Kotak Life does well. CSR at 98.59%, 30-day settlement rate is 99.97%. That basically means you can expect claims to be settled almost immediately without too many follow-ups, which is such an underrated thing when you're dealing with emotional distress situations. Their solvency ratio is 2.7, which is well above the minimum requirement, meaning financial safety is not a concern. Term plans from Kotak include the E-Term Plan and Gen to Gen Protect. Again, strong basics. You get terminal illness covers, waiver of premium options, flexible payout structures. Premiums are usually priced comparatively, especially for younger buyers. Kotak Life's strengths are financial stability and very low claim hassles. But the trade-off is they aren't as aggressive or innovative with product features as some newer players. So, if you value quiet reliability over fancy features, Kotak is a decent option. Alright, next up. PNB MetLife India Insurance. This company is a joint venture between Punjab National Bank and MetLife International Holdings from the US. It's been around since 2001 and taps heavily into India's semi-urban and rural belt thanks to PNB's branch networks. They've got a CSR of 98.5% and amount settlement ratio of 95.5%. Their 30-day settlement speed is 96.17, slightly lower compared to Max Life and HDFC Life, but still solid. Their solvency ratio is 1.9%. Their main term products are Mera Term Plan and Ajeevan Suraksha Plan. These are strong products, and it's an important but, PNB MetLife sees slightly higher complaint volumes compared to peers. About 55 complaints per 10,000 claims settled, which is higher than the industry average. So, while their products and coverages are good, customer service might sometimes feel slower or less responsive, especially in rural setups. So, if your main goal is low premiums and your banking relationship with PNB or associated banks, then PNB MetLife can work well. Just be aware that service experience can vary. And finally, Aditya Birla Sun Life Insurance, or ABSLI for short. This is joint venture between Aditya Birla Capital and Sun Life Financial from Canada. They've been around since 2001 again, and while they've started slow, they've become pretty strong players over the last decade. Metrics-wise, very stable. CSR, 98.65%. ASR, 94.3%. 30-day settlement rate at 99.39%. And solvency rate is at 1.8, which is good. They offer plans like DigiShield, Salary Term Plan, and Income Suraksha Plan. DigiShield is especially versatile because it offers you 10 different customization options like increasing cover, income replacement, staggered payouts, and so on. Premiums are generally reasonable and they're particularly strong when it comes to salaried customer discounts. Their strengths? Very low complaint volumes compared to peers, pretty straightforward service, and a fairly wide range of customizable products. The one small watch out is that they're not as heavily digital first as some competitors like HDFC Life, but they're catching up. And that's the full set, folks. All major players, all major metrics, all features and real world nuances properly covered, just like you had asked. Also, one last thing. Just because someone has high claim settlement ratio doesn't mean that they're the right insurer for you. It all depends on your needs, and that's where Ditto can really help you. Our advisors walk you through everything very patiently. No sales pressure, and best of all, it's 100% free. You know the drill. The link is in the description. Thanks for sticking around, folks. Smash that like button if you found this breakdown helpful, and don't forget to subscribe to Ditto's YouTube channel for more simple, clean insurance content without the drama. Catch you soon. Happy insurance hunting.